Mr. Speaker. My electorate of Lindsay is one of great diversity, both urban and regional. We are a place where the country meets the city, the river meets the plains, and the mountains, the beautiful Blue Mountains, sit in the backdrop. The region of Lindsay for a long time has been one of great agricultural heritage. Suburbs like Mulgoa, Agnes Banks, Llandilo and Londonderry still bear much of these fruits to today. And of course Castlereagh, one of Governor Macquarie's original Macquarie towns. We also have a long history in the equine industry. Our heritage stems back at least half a century, with Grand Flaneur, winner of the 1980 Melbourne Cup, being raised at Fern Hill in Mulgoa. Today we are still home to Bart Cummings' stables, where former Melbourne Cup champions like Saintly still call the region home. We also are seeing a revolution in our farming flats and our turf farms, one by one changing to be into the hands of some of the world's best thoroughbred studs. One of that, of course, is of Dolly Australia, part of Godolphin in Agnes Banks, set up by Sheikh Mohammed El Risad Al Maktoum, and the highest outfit of its type in the Southern Hemisphere. Last week, Mr. Speaker, I visited Dolly. It is an incredibly impressive facility, employing in the vicinity of 80 people, be it full-time or part-time, with many more supplementary jobs and economic activity coming from this facility. Alongside Coolmore, these organisations produce 50% of Australia's thoroughbred stallions. Dolly Australia itself own half of the country's top 10 sires. More than 150 companies perform significant business with them. Racing is the third most attended sport in our country. It employs 250,000 people nationally and is worth $15 billion to the economy. Mr. Speaker, Dolly is one of our great success stories, but they are becoming increasingly frustrated by mining operations constantly reapplying for licences near their valuable horse operations in the Hunter, and in particular that of their breeding stock. In particular, Anglo-American's Drayton South project. After their mine was blocked by the New South Wales Planning Assessment Commission last year, there is now a proposal for a condensed mine in the same area. Now, I fully appreciate that the mine proposal is being dealt with at a state level. However, without certainty in the Hunter, it places massive stresses on the operation in Lindsay and the jobs and the economic prosperity that it provides to the region. There is a direct flow-on effect here, and that has a potential to affect employment and growth right across my region and Western Sydney. In Western Sydney alone, the industry employs 5,633 people. 80 of them are working at Dolly directly, but then are many secondary employers from vets, feed companies, landscapers, curators, people looking after the farming and the machinery and maintaining the 3 tracks that they run down there at Agnes Banks. In fact, the industry in Western Sydney adds $321.9 million to the economy every single year. Western Sydney produces 76 race meets and 392 races on the latest figures, 237,411 racegoers each and every year. The point is, this is a vibrant and self-sustaining industry, and is an industry that is integrated and reliant on all these key regions working together and supporting each other. To quote Henry Pompter, Managing Director of Dolly Australia, Western Sydney has a large number of facilities that meet the spelling and pre-training requirements of nearly all major Sydney racing stables. He continues, to illustrate the integrated nature of the industry across New South Wales, Sydney now has a vibrant and sought-after racing industry which attracts both domestic and international investment. The championships held around Easter each year are not just seen by the government as Sydney's answer to the Melbourne Cup, but a massive boost for tourism.